How's it going, everyone, and welcome to a 500,000 subscriber video, which is a little bit delayed since I did hit 500,000 a little while ago. I think about like a month ago or so. I did record a video, but the audio became messed up, so I have to re-record the video, which is what I'm doing right now. So the channel hit 500,000, which is a pretty big deal. And it's also kind of like a weird moment to be hitting 500,000 subscribers because there's a lot of changes happening inside the YouTube environment. As you can tell, I have not uploaded anything for quite a while. There has been certain changes, especially when it comes to AI, that has kind of taken over teaching channels on YouTube, which is something that a lot of people use AI for now instead of watching tutorials. There's still a lot of people watching tutorials since it doesn't quite do the same thing. I have a dog here who wants to say hi. But essentially, AI has sort of like taken over the world by storm when it comes to a lot of different fields. And it isn't always the field that you expect it to take over, that it may take over. But in this case here, I use AI every single day. I use ChatGPT. I think it's a great tool to be using for, you know, just everyday things, or if I'm sitting here coding something by myself, then I can use it as sort of like an assistant on the side that can help me out. If I reach a speed bump along the way, then I solve it faster using AI than I would just Googling things. And that is basically what AI is. It's just basically, you know, skipping the whole searching step in finding a solution online because it does it for you. And then it gives you the right answer, most of the time, at least. But AI sort of became a big thing here in like 2022. Like that's around there, it started becoming like super big. And YouTube channels, they got hit with the AI thing. Again, like AI is something that is still kind of unknown. Some people are fearful for it. Some people are very excited for it. And we don't really know exactly where we stand when it comes to AI. I personally see it as a really amazing tool that I use for a lot of things every single day. And I do also use it to look up things when it comes to programming. So that sort of thing has sort of changed how how many people go on YouTube to watch how-to videos when it comes to learning how to do things. For example, making a website. A lot of people see it as it killing off channels, but in reality, it does shift our focus a little bit when it comes to what kind of content we should make. And that's why I haven't been uploading for quite a long time. I am a very much a type of how-to teacher. If I don't know something and I learn how to do it, I love to teach it on to other people so they don't have to waste a lot of time figuring out how to do the thing that I just wasted a lot of time figuring out. So I'm sort of a how-to teacher. That's just what comes natural to me. And the way that YouTube is shifting now because of AI causes us to be more creative and more curious to certain things. So instead of making a how-to video on how to program with PHP, you can just have AI basically generate a course for you. Instead, us YouTubers have to make videos that are more curious. So how can I build this thing using PHP? And then maybe during the video, use AI together with me in order to build that thing. I'm curious if you can build it using PHP. You know, so it's more about entertainment videos, curiosity videos. And AI kind of allow for us to shift our focus onto more fun things rather than how-to basics, you know. So AI isn't really killing off YouTube channels. Well, it is if YouTube channels are not willing to change according to AI, which is just how things are. You know, new technology comes out and we have to change with it or we die, basically. It's just the way of life, so to speak. If you have the kind of channel and you just like want to focus on teaching, of course, like people still do look up videos and how to do things because we still want a real life person with actual experience to tell people how to do things rather than an AI that could potentially give you wrong answers. But when it comes to like quick here and now, I just need to know this so I can move on. Sort of like things you gotta look up. AI is extremely good for that sort of thing. So, you know, YouTube channels have to change a little bit, and that's why I'm kind of stuck at the moment. Well, not stuck, but at least I'm trying to figure out what do I enjoy making, because I do have pages of ideas to what I could be putting on the channel, what would be great to put on the channel, even with the existence of AI. But what type of that content do I personally think is so enjoyable to make as a video that I will actually make those as content for the channel? Because YouTube has always been a mixture of work, but also something I did because I enjoyed it. So I have to figure out what do I actually enjoy and how does that work together with YouTube now that we have AI. So as you can hear, there's a lot of thoughts going into the YouTube channel. It's kind of weird to hit 500,000, then be like, oh, okay, well, that's great. I hit 500,000, but all of a sudden my view count just went down 2/3 of what it's been like since pre-release of AI. And it's just something you see on channels. Like AI just did something to, YouTube channels. Like if you don't have an entertainment channel, then you're kind of struggling a little bit when it comes to YouTube, which is just kind of like the thing. So still figuring things out. I will let people know on the channel once I figure out what to do. There will be videos popping up once I know something that I might find enjoyable to do for the channel. But for now, I'm still trying to figure things out, which is why I've been a little bit silent on the channel for a little while. It's not that the YouTube channel is dead and I don't want to do YouTube anymore. It's just that, have to figure out what kind of content today, post-release of AI, would be fun to do for the channel. I don't think just uploading new tutorials constantly is the solution, because it is sort of like a downwards field that I don't see the point in putting a lot of work into something that may become obsolete maybe in 5 years once AI has become even better and just made teaching YouTube channels just completely obsolete. So like there's a lot of work being put into something that may not be future proof. So that's really like the issue here. But I'll find a solution. I just need to figure out what it's going to be. That being said, I do also want to mention something else, which is the fact that YouTube in itself, just like not talking about AI, has changed a lot when it comes to just how we make content over the past many years. In the beginning, when YouTube came out and I started my YouTube channel, it was all about just like the average person putting out content that people thought, oh my God, this is amazing. This is just like, it didn't have to be like high quality webcam or camera or high quality audio. Like this was just like entertaining content made by the average person. But kind of like how gymnastics changed over the years. Like if you've seen like early beginning videos of gymnastics back like many years ago, it was just like people doing a cartwheel and then, oh my God, people were clapping and that was amazing. And nowadays people had to like keep overdoing it because they had to win, right? They wanted to win. So now today, gymnastics are like these inhuman feats where people like flying around the air, doing all sorts of flips and stuff. The same way, YouTube has changed over the years. And content has to be more and more professional and more a thing that if you don't make it as a career and you do like a thing like that's super creative and unique and like you put all your time and blood, sweat and tears into those videos, then you won't make it as a YouTuber. Like you can't just make, I don't know, like fun videos nowadays. It has to be for like a target audience and it has to be like super professional. And so like YouTube in that sort of way has also changed a lot over the years, which is why you see certain channels pop off even when it comes to programming. But those channels have a lot greater focus on like a unique creative twist on their videos, like the way that they present them. So just a person sitting in front of a camera showing you how to make a website is not going to make it today. Like it's just fun to see how that environment has changed as well. Like people just keep overdoing each other to a point where now if you're not a professional videographer making a video, then you're just not going to make a lot of views on YouTube. So that's also sort of a fun way YouTube has changed over the years. So now that we talked about the serious stuff in this video here, talking about AI and talking about YouTube has changed, and let's also talk a bit about just hitting 500,000 subscribers, because it's 500,000. Like I always say it, 500,000 subscribers, because that is comprehensible. That's like, okay, so it's in the thousands, right? But if I say 500,000, that's kind of sounds crazy. But like 500,000 people has come to my channel and gotten something out of it to a point where they decided that, oh, this is good enough for me to subscribe. And that's, even though I don't upload videos where I get 500,000 views, like I might get like a couple of thousand, then it's amazing to think of that many people has come to my channel and found my teachings useful. I know I'm quite like a beginner sort of teacher. Like I don't stay and do like super advanced tutorials and something. I did started doing like Laravel a little while back, but I am mostly I'm really good at getting people started. Kind of like people who, when a business is a startup, like they get them started until the ball is rolling, and then okay, let's go and help out another business instead who might just be starting out. Like that's me on YouTube. I'm the type of person who, start up a course. I get people interested in, for example, PHP to a point where now they understand it. Now they know how to look up things and it's not overwhelming anymore. And then I move on to something else. Then I'll teach them about JavaScript. Okay, how do you as a complete beginner get into JavaScript and get interested and understand the fundamentals? And okay, now I did that, I'm gonna help the next person over here, sort of thing. Like that's kind of been like the way I've done things. I do also think that kind of like was like a shoot myself in the foot kind of deal, because YouTube, like the algorithm of YouTube, it like fixates on what a channel does. Is this a PHP channel? Okay, so therefore it's gonna take my channel and show it to people who are interested in PHP on YouTube, like they might be searching for something PHP related. But because I have so many different subjects and courses on my channel, YouTube is kind of like confused. It's like, who is this channel for? Like it's clearly people who are interested in web development, but is it like, HTML coders? Is it PHP programmers? Like who exactly is this for? So in that sort of way, I've also done YouTube quite differently over the past many years. Like I'm just a person who loves learning new stuff every single day. Like you'll see me like learn all these weird skills. Like the other video I put on my channel, I think the last video I put on my channel, I was learning about Linux on computers, like because I wasn't interested in how heavy Windows 11 was on my computer. So would Linux be a substitute, or could it be that? Which it can, by the way. I learned that much. A lot of people, when I put up that video, were very helpful, and they started showing me what Linux system should I be environment should I be putting on my Linux machine. So I'm still testing things out, but I'm definitely loving Linux, and a lot of people saw that last video. Like 30,000 people saw it, so that was quite good. And that was again a let me try this out. Like what would happen if I installed Linux and I haven't had any experience in Linux? Like that was that kind of video. I wasn't teaching how to install Linux. It was just this is interesting, I'm curious, I'm gonna try it out, and I'm gonna record myself doing so. And people loved it, because that's the kind of content nowadays with AI that works on YouTube. So that being said, I do want to mention another thing. I have probably like, I don't know if he considers me his best friend, but I have 3 friends, which I'm like my close friends, right? But the one that I've known for the longest, the one who actually were there back when I was studying multimedia design and web development, who helped me get my very first laptop that had the powers to start doing multimedia things, so I could start making YouTube videos and start actually like playing games on a computer. Like that was back in my multimedia days when I was like 22 years old, I think. He gave me a present for hitting 500,000, and me and him has sort of had the World of Warcraft together, which we've sort of been playing together since like back then, or at least I've been sort of on and off, but I some years ago got back into it, and we've just like been hitting it off with that game. And he knows that I have a certain game in my childhood, which was Warcraft 3, that I played, probably like the most played game I've ever played ever. Maybe the World of Warcraft may have like surpassed that, but as a kid I played Warcraft 3 which means that the favorite expansion, at least thematically, is Wrath of the Lich King. And he had, let me actually show you, but he passed me this thing and was wrapped in everything, which is the collector's edition for that expansion as a 500,000 subscriber present. So this one means a lot to me, and I do have the actual reaction video recorded. I'll just sort of have it playing here on the side so you can see how I reacted. Like I said, the audio became messed up, so I don't really have audio for it, but you can see my facial reaction. Like I'm so amazed that I got this thing. It means a lot to me. I put it over there as like one of the main things in my background because it's just so amazing. I've never had any of these before. Like this is like a collector thing that people collect. So it does have some value. But this is such a cool present to get from your friend. When you hit a certain milestone on a channel that he was there in the beginning with, you know, sort of helping me out starting the channel, because he helped me get the computer, he helped me figure out, you know, like how to set up, you know, the recording software, like those like different things, which was just amazing. And back when we started actually like teaching our fellow school friends, or like our classmates it's called, he was there too. It was me and him teaching people how to do, you know, HTML, CSS, PHP, because they didn't know how to do it themselves, because we were sort of the programmer nerds inside the class. So we would teach it to them so they could pass their exams. And that's actually how the YouTube channel started, because we were just sort of making videos for our classmates, but because YouTube was a public space, other people started watching them, and it sort of just kind of like started rolling. And it became a YouTube channel about teaching, and other people outside the classroom. I'm getting exhausted here. I stood up for 5 seconds and now I'm exhausted. Oh my God. I'm not allowing myself to breathe as I'm talking because I'm speaking English. It's not natural. So yeah, like we started teaching our classmates, and it just sort of like became a YouTube channel where other people around the world started watching the videos, and oh, okay, well, I'll keep doing this even though I've now passed my, you know, my school exams and I'm now a actual web developer. You know, I'll just keep making videos. And all of a sudden I met my wife, who also told me, you know, like, because my family would tell me that, oh yeah, but you need a backup, right, honey? Because it's not a real job, it's just a hobby. So you need to have a backup plan. But my wife, she said, oh no, if you want to do YouTube and you want to live doing it, quit everything else and focus on YouTube. Treat it like a job. After doing YouTube for like 7 years, hitting those 12,000 subscribers, after treating it like a job for 1 year, we reached 100,000 subscribers on the channel. It's just kind of like a fun thing how people telling you that something you can't live off of doing something. If you do it correct and you treat it professionally, then you will actually, in most cases, be able to have something become a job. It might not be lucrative, but you can have it as a job. So yeah, my wife and my friend, they were there since the beginning of the channel. It's just kind of fun to look back on how like meeting certain people can change your life. And one thing leads to another, you know, like they show you how to get a proper gaming laptop that can also run multimedia programs and record things, like for example, YouTube tutorials. And then you find out that you actually love teaching on YouTube. You always wanted to teach, but teaching an online audience is actually more fun. Basically, what I've been trying to say with this video here is thank you so much for the 500,000 subscribers, the 500,000. I have to start saying 500,000 because it sounds better. Subscribers for the channel. I think it's just like, I still to this day have not realized that it's 500,000. It's just kind of like a number out there that I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'll never reach it. Even though I do know consciously that I have reached it. It's like, but did I though? Like it just like feels like a weird thing. The channel is not dead. I just need to figure out what kind of content fits the new age of YouTube. And once I'm ready and I know what to do with the channel, you'll start seeing videos from me again. So thank you for the patience, for, you know, still being here, even though I have not uploaded for quite a while. I know I do have periods of time on the channel where I don't do that, but this time is a little bit different. It is because of a certain reason. It is on purpose. I'm not uploading anything because I want to make sure that I know exactly where to take the channel next. That's kind of like my goal here. So who knows, you know, people, if you have any suggestions to what could be fun to watch on YouTube that isn't specifically, oh, upload a new Laravel tutorial, because like I said, that's kind of like, I don't know, not quite what YouTube wants you to do nowadays, at least with AI. I should stop saying YouTube doesn't want to, because people don't go to YouTube anymore to search for that sort of thing. At least a lot of people don't. So thank you so much for watching this video here. I know it was quite lengthy. I hope people got a lot out of it. Just sort of like talking about, like, this was sort of like meant to be a rant video. I just sort of sit here, I turn on the camera. If I cough from time to time or my dogs are making a lot of noises, I cut out that part. But like, basically I wanted to this video to be as much of a one take as possible. So even when I sound like this, you know, I'll try and keep it in. So yeah, thank you so much for everything, and I'll see you guys next time.